So it's actually been about a couple days here. Really haven't been able to work on this thing too much, but it has been giving me some headache with some issues. So I initially thought it was a timing issue potentially, but what I did was just bought a new spark plug, and then I decided to test spark even on the old one too, and it's very weak. And I'm starting to suspect it was very inconsistent. So what I've kind of done is actually taken out, there's a whole bunch of old wiring that was just absolute garbage. So I tried to get some newer stuff in there that's heat shrunk and properly like pinched. I mean, proper would be proper, but probably need to take this out too. This is pretty junk. These go to, I believe, the battery that doesn't exist anymore for the lights. But yeah, just kind of clean that up a little bit. But it's still just not getting any visible spark. If I sit here and hold it like an idiot and crank it, I do get shocked. Not very much though. Like normally it should be painful, but unless I'm just stupid. But yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt as bad as it should, you know. So I also decided to take off our flywheel cover because I suspected maybe there's something wrong down here with our, magneto flywheel setup. And just judging by how rusty this is, it is quite possible that our whole inside is very dirty, and that could definitely lead to bad spark. Okay, so we were able to get the main nut off, and just looking at all of this like dust basically, I have a feeling our magnets in there are just going to be absolutely coated in this stuff. The problem I'm facing now is this thing is really kind of seized on here, so I'm hoping we can get it knocked off without damaging anything. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I don't know if some voodoo magic is going on, but literally all I did was check the timing chain tensioner because it sounded like there was a lot of slapping happening, which is kind of weird. So I didn't know exactly what was happening, but now it sounds smooth, and now magically we have some very I don't know if you'll be able to see it on video, but we have some very bright blue spark. Now the responsible thing to do would be take off the whole timing cover and actually see if it's in time, because I don't know if it was somehow jumping timing, but it wouldn't make sense why it wouldn't be sparking, because the only component up here I guess would be the point, but maybe it was out of time. Still, it doesn't really make sense because it's really not adding up. I guess the best thing to do would just be to try to start it like an idiot. If we mess something up, it just becomes another video, right? I just get a new head, new piston, no big deal. Only a poor financial decision, as always. Alright, so this thing's been entirely a pain in the ass. But what I've done now is I've gapped our points. I did not do this, okay? All these are stripped pretty good. I didn't do that. But I've gapped it to the right gap. I've verified it seems that everything is still in time. So, and we have good spark now. So what we're gonna try to do is just put our fuel tank back on, hook up some fuel, and give it some good kicks. I'm gonna put a boot on because last time I about blew my foot in half, and it still kind of hurts. So, yeah. I got a rocker off here, and there's really not much info about how this is supposed to be timed. We do have our little timing marks down here, and apparently you line it up with this little notch. So T should be top dead center, and it kind of looks like our lobes are facing down, but maybe a little bit off. So we're gonna go take a look at the other side, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're still on the T. But it seems like top dead center should be marked. It normally is basically on every single bike nowadays. It's pretty clearly marked with like either an arrow up or on the side, something. this we're not left with much. There is a little sight window on the cover, which is over there, which should maybe tell us that you'd look in here and see where top dead center is. I don't know if that would be like this bolt, this one, or maybe through here, in which case it maybe is a couple off. But again, some people even said that you're supposed to line it up with the notch that's on the crank, which would make sense because that's the only thing that's like really attached. So I do believe we maybe are off a couple teeth. And I think that because I think at one point this tensioner, which I do have off currently, I think it did kind of lose its tension and then may have jumped timing. So I think we're gonna maybe adjust this and then put it back together and then see how it feels. Because right now it does feel like we don't have that much compression when we're actually kicking it. But right now it's actually got just a ton of compression. It did seem like maybe our exhaust valve was a little leaky. And that could either be it's mildly bent or just sticky or, you know, an assortment of other things. But I think we just got to get our timing fixed and it should hopefully fire up. Okay, so I've loosened up our tensioner. I've set this to our T here. Oh, you can't really see it, but that's our T, that's our timing mark. And I've moved it over one tooth. And I think it must have jumped that one tooth because if we look here, this is perfectly even with the case, which is what everyone says, and I think what the service manual says is accurate timing. And if we look at our lobes, they're facing directly down, looking perfectly down, because our rockers go up here and then push the valves. So, not gonna get my hopes up, but I do think it just jumped one tooth, and I think it might start now, so we will see. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, we got to remember the most important thing, which is actually tightening our timing chain again so it doesn't do that. So we'll get that done, then we'll put our rocker back on, we'll put everything together, and we'll see what it does. Alright, so I put our rockers and valve cover back on, and it definitely seems like it has better compression, and I've kind of cycled through, and now it's only pulling through the carb. Before it was actually pulling and then pushing out the carb, which kind of hinted towards me that this thing was definitely out of time. So I kind of actually have high hopes for this. I think it will run. I'm a little scared it's going to backfire and blow my leg off, but we'll see. We'll have it on film, so, you know, if anything crazy happens, you know. So I did manage to take off the flywheel because we are getting no spark again after we just did all that work. I don't know if it's because we might have a bad condenser, ignition coil, or as I originally had suspected, that this down here is just absolutely filthy. I mean it's just coated in crap. So I think we might just try to clean this up and then put it back together and then see how our spark is. That will also eliminate this in the future, because usually these are pretty good. Usually the magnetos don't usually fail for any reason. They're pretty stout, but they can get dirty, so that will definitely hurt the spark. Okay, I cleaned up everything in here. They were definitely covered in rust and stuff, so they hopefully are going to conduct much better, and hopefully we get like much better spark. We'll see. If we still don't, then it's definitely a condenser or a coil, in which case we'll just have to buy a new one. So I've realized I'm a complete idiot. I'm going to say it's not entirely my fault. So when I got this bike, the points were oriented in a way to where this timing mark lined up over here, and I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I realized this is the adjuster, this is the timing mark, and this is the timing mark on the case. So our whole time, this was out of time. I still do think our motor was out of time. I think it had jumped a tooth because the timing chain was super clanky, but now when I actually look down here and verify, I can actually see our points start to disengage at the right time, which was really confusing me this whole time. So in conclusion, I'm just kind of an idiot, but I'm hoping we might actually hear this actually pop off now, now that it's like remotely in time, and it seems to have spark when it should. So we're gonna try this one more time. That actually ran. So I'm gonna put a little bit of gas in this, fill up the carb, and then see if it actually idles here. And that actually would be basically everything mechanical on it. I did put a new condenser on it. I got a nice NOS, new old stock tune-up kit that's very, very vintage. But I do think that might have helped, on top of actually getting everything in time here. So that is awesome. So as you see, we just got it to idle. It's smoking here a little bit. I don't know if that's just a bunch of oil burn off, but it actually sounds pretty healthy. So yeah, we can call that a success. I think in the next video, what we'll do is kind of strip it down, start to clean it up. I think it'll actually clean up pretty nicely because I haven't even started working on these. And I mean, a lot of it's just dirty, but we'll strip it down, get the plastics all repainted, or the plastic and fenders and tank, all that stuff repainted, hopefully get it looking real nice here, and then maybe we'll even get to go for a ride here.